So I was reading this story in the Guardian the other day about the riots in Portland and Portland, Oregon. I kind of find it fascinating that I'm reading about Portland, Oregon from a newspaper that is uh, based out of England, but whatever. And they were talking about how the way the headline read, it was um, protests in Portland declared a riot, um, and then the police used different munitions to disperse the protest. It didn't lead with protesters in Portland decided to set a bunch of other people's property on fire, and therefore it was considered a riot. It was protest declared a riot, and therefore it was shut down. And it's just interesting to me how news media journalists, they don't act like journalists. I don't even like calling them journalists. I mean, gosh, I'm only 40 years old, 43. I'm only 43 years old. When I was in school, we learned the basics of journalism, right? You ask the questions: who's involved, what's happening, where's it happening, you know. Your personal opinion wasn't important to reporting the objective facts of the story. I just I, it the idea that you would reshuffle the facts of the story so as to be able to get you a better headline, you know. I mean, I'm sure it was there, but like that's what we were taught, you know. You don't do that sort of thing. Now it seems like every journal or every journalist is actually a op-ed guy. Anyway, point. Sorry, my point is just that. So I'm reading this stuff and I'm thinking, it reminds me almost every single day as I look at the news, whether it's politics or other social issues. As I look at the news, I find myself taken back to Psalm 1. And the psalmist says, "Blessed is the man who does not walk after the counsel of the wicked, and does not stand in the way of the sinner, and does not sit in the seat of the scoffer. But his delight is in the law of God." And that um, process, that progression, if you would, of walking, standing, and sitting, it is a downward spiral, and I feel like it's what we see everywhere right now. There are those who make foolish choices because there are people around them who are encouraging those foolish choices. But then something happens, and people go from making foolish choices to making those foolish choices their identity. It's like, no, this is who I am. You know, like it's one thing to be upset about the way things are going in the United States of America right now. Um, it's another thing to be at a riot 75 days in a row. Like, some of these guys have turned this into a professional thing. It's You'd think they must be getting paid because, like, 2 months of just getting dressed up and going out and starting fires. I mean, come on. So they you you make your choices based on other people's bad advice. And then you dig in your heels. That's what it means to stand. You dig in your heels and you say, no, this is where I make my stand. This is who I am. This is my identity. I am this type of person. And then to sit in the seat of scoffers, as it says in the King James, the idea is to make your dwelling place, to make your abode in this place where those people who mock God, who mock truth, who despise and reject truth, where they live, you choose to make your dwelling place among them. It's very similar to what the Apostle Paul talks about in Romans chapter 1, where he says that those who do wickedness, the wrath of God is poured out because of that. But not only do they do what's wicked, but they know that what they're doing is wicked, and they encourage others to do likewise. That's what this idea in the Psalms is. To sit in the seat of the scoffer is to encourage others to live their lives in rebellion to God, in opposition to God. And so, coming back around, this is what I feel like about most of the news right now. Like, it's nothing more than people who have set their face against truth, encouraging other people to set their face against truth. Journalism isn't about the facts of a situation and helping people think critically about a situation and helping them see the bigger picture in regards to a situation. It's just about getting people to agree with you, to support you, to back your side, whatever your side may be. There is no way to have a free people who are not illiterate people. And there is no way to have a free people, even if they're literate, if they do not have access to all the information. We need to accept the fact that we're going to have to put in the effort. Average people, you and me, we're going to have to put in the effort to finding all the facts. Because you're not going to get them. You're not going to get them from most of the journalists that are out there now. And that's frustrating, but it is the reality that we are living in. People no longer believe that truth stands on its own, so they're no longer willing to just speak truth. It certainly says a lot about their positions that they take when they don't believe that just simply handing over the facts is enough for you to think for yourself. They so distrust the strength of their own positions that they feel it's necessary to tweak what they're telling you. Anyway, that's off the top of my head this morning. If you like these videos, hit the like, share, subscribe buttons. It helps us out with algorithms and stuff. If you'd like to support the ministry of Pine Run EMC, there's links for that on the website. If you'd like to see what we do around here, check us out on the website, download the app. We got some awesome stuff going on. Anyway, till next time, shalom.